Hey everyone, it's Melody from melodyrayjones.com, and I just wanted to do this really quick video, and honestly it's been a long time since I've done a video, but I've been feeling all of this intense energy, and as a highly sensitive and empathic person, I have to stay really diligent, and I'm not always perfect at it, I'm not always the best at it, but I need to stay really diligent to what's mine and what's not mine, because there's a lot going on out there. There's a lot of intense energy, a lot of fears and worries and doubts. A lot of people with strong opinions that oppose other people's strong opinions, and those people that are maybe trying to find their own way through all of that. A friend of mine said to me once, right, now is the time to really you do you and I do me. But that's not always easy to come up with what feels right and best for you. And so if you've been feeling a little intense or a little overwhelmed, or if you've been having feelings that don't seem to make sense for you, or even thoughts that don't make sense for you, I have a suggestion. Maybe it's not all yours. And sometimes just having an awareness of that can be enough to kind of disconnect you. And I've had to remind myself constantly, because I feel like I'll feel overloaded and I feel overwhelmed, and I'm thinking, why am I thinking that? And I jump down the rabbit hole of trying to figure it out, and then I stop and I go, is this mine? And even just the act of doing that can separate it out so that I can recognize what is and what isn't. So that part is really fantastic. But the other thing that I think is so important to do is some really simple things that maybe we don't think about when we're in the middle of being overloaded and overwhelmed. Number one, breathe. Especially if you feel tension or tightness in your body, or emotional overwhelm or overload, or even just if your head feels really busy, like almost like it's moving so fast you can't think clearly, or it's like there's cotton in your head and you can't think clearly. Those are often sure signs that you've taken on some energy. So I thought even just together, we could just take a moment and just center ourselves and just breathe and take a moment to just let the breath get into your body. Because there's something really, really powerful that happens when you breathe. And I mean deeply, filling up your entire body, allowing the breath to go really deep into your belly, like beautiful, deep belly breaths. When you can do that, and then if you do have any intense emotions or feelings in your body, breathe into them. Like literally breathe into the tension that you feel. Breathe into all the emotions that you feel. Sorry, you can hear all that beeping in the background. They're doing construction out there. So breathe through whatever's going on around you. So acknowledge, is this mine? And if the feelings are not all yours, then breathe into them and just give yourself permission to step back into your own space. Breathe down to your toes. Wiggle your toes. Good. And here's a really great technique that you can do that can sometimes only take a few moments, that can help to center and ground you again in your own space. So allow yourself to breathe in and out through your nose, and taking 2 or 3 nice deep breaths. Just breathe all the way up to your third eye, which is right between your eyes. So imagine the breath is going in and out of that area. And then the same thing, nice, beautiful, deep breaths, and this time in and out through your heart area, right in the center of your chest. Good. And then the next place, breathe in and out through your belly, that beautiful solar plexus, which is where we interpret so much information and energy from the world around us. So breathing into that area. Good. And then this is a great way to feel grounded. Breathe all the way to your toes, to your feet. Good. And then take a nice deep breath and allow your body to relax just a little bit more. Good. And then take a nice deep breath and allow your body to soften just a little bit more. Good. And then take a nice deep breath and just allow yourself to feel a little more connected internally. And then on the next breath, allow your heart to open just a little bit more. And I know that that one can seem scary. When we feel a lot of intense energy, particularly as highly sensitives and empaths, if we don't understand what we're feeling, it can be confusing. Our body may have reactions wanting to build fences, emotionally and energetically put up walls and barriers. And while this is human nature, it's counterintuitive to not do that, but it actually doesn't serve to keep us safe. Even though our mind says, hey, build a wall, lock your doors, stay behind something and you're safer. And that might be true out there in the world, but when it comes emotionally, it's not. So what happens when you put up those heart walls is that everything constricts, everything, including your intuition, including your insight, including the wisdom that comes in through the divine, including your ability to connect into what's really happening around you. So the more that you can just allow yourself to relax and soften and just imagine opening your heart just for a moment. Just for a moment. Because in truth, as much as we want to stay safe, safety is an illusion. We live on a planet where there can be crazy things that happen without a moment's notice. We cannot prepare for them. Certainly can't prepare for all of them. But what we can do is allow ourselves to stay open enough to our intuition, to our wisdom, to the divine information that's out there that can guide us on where to do and what not to do and what to say and what not to say. So in place of wanting safety, just for a moment, breathe in the idea of wanting to instead be guided, supported, connected, tapping into your wisdom, allowing your insight and intuition to flow. Because that is where you will get so much information on what next or what more do you need in order to get back into a state of feeling joyful or to feeling more centered or to feeling more peaceful. Whatever your desire is. So again, the steps, if you just want to do it throughout the day, is you breathe into your third eye, and then into your heart, and then into your solar plexus, and then down to your toes, and then you relax, soften, open, and connect. So I hope that that's of help to you. And thank you so much for sharing this moment with me. Even me just doing this right now allowed me to feel a little bit more centered at a time when I'm not always feeling centered. So I send you all of my love. All for now. Bye-bye.